Hello class, please take your seats. My name is Professor Baum, and today we have a history lesson. You might be asking yourself, how did CGL start? Well, never fear, I have the answer for you. All this can be also found in the Discord. It all started in the summer of 2021, when Punisher, Star, Shadow, and myself started a club called CGL. The original name stood for Cousins Gaming League. Our original goal was not to be competitive or anything. It was just an idea to keep the four of us together. We all changed our names and joined the club. We opened up the club, and very shortly after, my good friend Mirage wanted to join the club. He was let in and was made a vice president. From then on, we didn't do much with the club. Punisher and Star slowly stopped playing the game consistently, and people started joining CGL. With no real direction to go, CGL felt dead. Then Club League was announced, and very soon we realized that we didn't have the apt tools to compete in Club League. After a lot of talking and deciding, Shadow, Mirage, and I all decided to leave CGL and simply use it as a storage club for our mini accounts. The three of us were lost and still looking for a competitive club. Searching and looking, we ended up talking with Fire Sky, Punisher's and Star's sister. She had been in a club called the Rebels this entire time. She invited us to the Rebels, and we were competitive and excelling in Club League. Here is where we met Leb. He was a vice president of the club at the time, but was essentially the president because of a lack of leadership in the Rebels. We stayed in the Rebels for a good 6 months or so. We joined its Discord server and became very engaged with the community. However, there was one problem. The club was essentially dead. Although the players there were great, and we had even hit Masters Club League, the social aspect was dead. This was a pressing issue for all of us, especially Leb, who had been in the club for over 2 years before we'd even heard about it. Leb tried getting in touch with Rebels leadership, but the constant answer was complacency. In the meantime, CGL was still a dead club in the competitive sense. However, someone joined who would help immensely with the recovery process. Entering the scene is Samsonite. He was a very active player who joined CGL and even changed his name. He liked CGL initially, but ended up joining the Rebels as well. So now we had a community. We wanted to grow it, but the leadership of the Rebels was still content with mediocrity. So a plan was devised. The plan was to revamp CGL. This would require time and energy, but the core was committed to grow a club up from nothing to a space of competition and social thriving. The plan was to rank up in Club League to a respectable level. During that stage, we would kick inactive members and slowly raise the trophy requirement. Once we had a decent amount of quality members, our core traveled over to CGL. Again, we slowly raised the trophy requirement and gained a more competitive atmosphere around the club. Mirage decided that if we wanted to match what the Rebels once was in social and competitive aspects, we would need a Discord server. He went to work, and after a couple days of designing, he made this very server. However, we had a problem. The trophy requirement had been raised to 35k at this point. This was great for the competitive scene, but there were people who were unsatisfied. As I grew my YouTube channel, there were players who wanted to be associated with me. Not all of these players were at 35k though. There was one simple solution. A new club needed to be made. Little CGL was created under the idea of a casual social experience. This was achieved, and we've only grown from there. On March 3rd, 2024, we decided to create a new club. Even though not all members were on board, we decided that there were no cons, and so eventually obliged and created a new club. With this new club, we chose to make it completely casual. We know a lot of players don't like the grind of Brawl Stars and just play for the social aspect. That is why we created Casual CGL. With this new club specifically for casual players and oriented as such, this brought a new change to how Lil CGL would work. This is now a semi-competitive club with aspirations to be a great component of the CGL family. This club started raising trophy requirements to about 25k, and highly encouraged but not required Megapig. The second club would now be a certified mini club with many new active members and hopefully a continued growing family. On March 25th, 2024, the main club made a huge step into climbing the leaderboards. At this point in the game, the most required trophies for a club was set at 35k. For a club trying to climb and eventually top the leaderboard, this posed a problem. CGL was quickly outgrowing that 35k threshold, so there needed to be a way to govern the joining of new members. The club's required trophies was now changed from 35K to 40K. The accessibility of the club was also changed from open to invite only, to more easily govern who is joining. In April of 2024, out of pretty much nowhere, we received a request for a merge. An organization called Swarm, who are mainly a Clash Royale and Clash of Clans organization, wanted to expand to Brawl Stars, and they needed someone to do it with them. They reached out, and we at CGL did not take this quickly. This was a thinking process of over 2 weeks. Eventually, Swarm wasn't thrilled that our mods are Christians, and so they decided to rescind their offer, thus ending the chance of merging with Swarm. Nothing changed on the in-game side, but the Discord was in shambles, at least on the mod side. On April 23rd, 2024, CGL made a shift. With the Godzilla event coming up shortly, and a very full Lil CGL club, we decided that this was prime time to create a new club. We decided on the name CGL Gladiators, and with this name, shifted our future club names to be more expandable, by suggestion of Leb. From now on, our new clubs would be named more uniformly and with nouns at the end to be able to add more clubs without the difficulty of coming up with new names. On April 20th, 2024, we chose to add a new layer to our family. We expanded to Clash Royale and made a CGO clan there. At this time, it was pretty casual with no requirements. It remains to be seen whether we will get a potential leader for it to make it competitive. We officially expanded to another game. On May 12th, 2024, we continued our expansion into more games by making a Heyday neighborhood and even started a Clash of Clans clan. CGL at this point is thriving, with new members and clans popping up left and right. Very shortly after that, we actually made a Minecraft realm, and to this day, over 20 members have joined the Minecraft realm. CGL is thriving, and Supercell is a big part of that. But this is where we've left off. We have ideas and aspirations for each of these clubs and games. Now we'd love to have you in one of these clubs, making this community bigger and stronger. Thanks for listening to all of this. Now that you've read the past, go write the future. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and join the Discord so you can join in community events and fun in so many different games. Thank you for watching. This is CGL out.